playing? Is that my regional champion, Peyton McDowell?
Yeah, it's me, the GOAT. What's up,
Peyton,
guys?
what did we do today?
Today, we won the Intercollegiate 2025. There's me, Mr. Early in the back, whoop, Singer on the camera. Whoop.
Dude, this deck is broken. Let's get into it. Okay, so today I played Fiends and Musket Unchained.
That's a lot of engines.
But like, this deck is crazy. Let's get into it. So, we're playing Fiends, alright? Okay, so like, 3 engravers. Ultra Engraver looks really fake. These are fake cards.
For surely, my dude.
2 tracks, 1 synced. We'll get into this while we're playing this in a bit. And then 1 paradise.
So why the synced?
Hold on.
I'm holding.
And then we're also playing the Lacuna, the Larry, of course. Okay, the reason we're playing Sinks is to cover on Muskets, okay? These cards going second, there's like 5 million Light Fiends on field immediately. Like, these cards have to get answered going second. And the reason you play Sinks is because you want another target to search off your engraver if you open tracks as well. Because tracks can also just search a musket. So Starfire says when you activate something in the column, it e-tells another musket, and it's the target, like Calamity. It says when something activates in this column, it reborns a musket. Drawing this one, like, it like sucks, but like these are all like full combos, so it's fine.
Yo, comment down below if you hate when Peyton puts his cards upside down.
Would you consider a better tour guide?
Yeah. Tour guide is like when tour guide gets asked, it feels really bad because it's just a random fiend.
Yeah.
But like if they ask Starfire, you're like, sure, dude.
Yeah. No more DDD cards. No more tour
DDD
guide.
cards.
No more Phoenix Rhino Warrior.
You don't need those anymore.
Yes,
Those
sir.
suck. Okay, now for like the cool cards of the deck. We're playing Unchained. So we're on 2 Aruhas, 1 Rakea, 1 Sarama, 2 Shavaras.
Freshly semi-limited.
Dude, I missed him. Dude, 1 Shayama, and then 1 Abom for the monsters. I decided to play 2 Aruhas and 1 Rakea because I really value just having the extra name in my deck. And then like Aruha plus Rakea is 8k damage by itself, and opponents just didn't expect that. I did that a lot today.
How much for this?
We're still playing a bomb because this card is just too valuable. Like you always need that one more extra bit of interruption, and bombs that. And then Sarama standard, 2 Shavara is the best card in the deck. It makes the deck playable again. This is your grind game. These are your extenders that you dodge hand traps. And then the brick I hate seeing in my hand.
How many hand traps did you dodge today with Shavara?
Shavara?
Yeah.
I dodged like 5 imperms.
And they were all targeting my sequence, and I was like, sick, target sequence.
They never do it on summon. They're too scared.
Exactly, they're too scared. Except in the final. Like, he did it on summoning, I punished for it. And then for the Unchained spells, 3 Prison, it's just wrote up for the entire archetype. And then 2 Chamber, 2 Escape. You could cut 1 Escape, but I value having Engine in my deck. I want to open these with the cards.
No wailing?
No, Wailing is fake. You don't play that card.
I understand.
If you need another pop, Prison has another pop. Prison's over. And then for the non-engine, we're on 3 Fuelos, 3 Droll, and 3 Ash. That's all the monster non-engine. So like Fuelos is just broken going second. Like this card's crazy. You play Droll because it's really good this format, and because Charmy FTKs this deck. So you need to Joel. When you Joel yourself and go full combo, doesn't matter. And then Ash beats Charmy. And then for all the spell non-engine, we're on 1 Colify, 3 Thrust, 1 Talents. Again, these are all for when you get Charmed, you need another plan. Thrust also punishes Bestials really hard because since Jewess Worm's at 1, and if you start with Engraver, Engraver, you can get rid of the Jewess Worm before the send actually matters. And then we're on 3 Droplet. This card, it didn't really come up that much today. I kind of wish it was imperm, but like the vision is there. Like if I open Droplet plus a Musket, I'm making so many bodies for this Droplet. And that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we're playing Unchained, so 2 Yamas. This card is actually a custom card. It takes any 2 Fiends to make, and it can revive any Fiend. Like, this card is crazy. And then 1 Rage, you only need 1 now. 1 Anguish. and then 1 Abomination. That's it for all the Unchained cards. Pretty standard. And then next, we play the Link 1. This is to go along with your muskets. When you normal summon a musket into a board, and then you make this, this says summon at least another guy from your deck.
At least one, max
At least 1, max 2. So they have to respond to this. And then for the Fiends and Musket stuff, we're on a Close Heaven just in case. And we're on Requiem, Sequence, Agnum Day, and Desiree. And then we're also playing an Aerial Leader, because if we start off with Fiends with cards, we can use our Sequence to make Aerial Leader, to dump Shavara, and then we link our 2 Fiend Bodies into Yama, and that's just full Unchained combo, so we're in there. And he's also a 6, that's relevant. And then for our final 3 cards, we're playing the Caesar, because this card's really easy to make. We're playing SP, because this is our race target. And the final card, which I think is like, puts it up for the top, is a Bow. This card is absolutely absurd. It won me my final game because my opponent was wary of Shavara, so he negated my Sequence on summon. So then I comboed a bit, and then I made a Bow, and then I brought back the Sequence, and then used the effect to get out 3 1 per game. And that's it for the extra deck.
How much is it for?
And then for our side deck, my side deck kind of sucks, I'm gonna be real. So we're playing 2 Lightning Storms and a Duster. Just back row hate, back row's annoying. We are playing our thrust targets, DDG, Barrier, and Sanctum.
Wait, how much percent?
This kept me alive versus Tempai.
Wait, one party with this?
I didn't find any malice today, so this card didn't really do anything. And then I'm still kind of iffy on this card.
I thought you already ordered one.
But like, if it works, it works. And then we're also on
I'm the lab player, bro. You're talking to
Nibiru. I side this thing going first because the Unchained board is the end board. It's like it's already a lot to get through, and then if they somehow got through literally everything, and I nib them, they can't win. And then the last 6 cards is Malice 8, Chaos Hunter, and Lancia. Malice is your worst matchup for this deck, and I fought 0 of it. So like 7 blank cards, and that's the list. This deck's broken. This card's insane. But yeah, Unchained's back.
Let's go. Thank you, Peyton.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Later.